St. Augustine wasn't born a saint. In fact, he lived a reckless life full of pleasures and rebellion, but God's mercy chased him down, and his story proves that no one is beyond redemption. Augustine was born in the year 354 in North Africa. From his youth, he was extremely intelligent, but he had no discipline. He loved women, parties, drinking, and worldly fame. By the age of 17, he had taken a mistress and later fathered a child out of wedlock. He mocked the Catholic faith his mother, Saint Monica, tried to teach him. Instead, he followed strange philosophies, especially Manichaeism, a belief that denied God's true power. He ridiculed Christianity as childish and weak. Augustine's talents brought him fame as a teacher of rhetoric in Carthage, Rome, and Milan. People admired him, but inside he was lost. He was addicted to lust, pride, and ambition. He himself confessed later, "Lord, I was in love with ruin. I loved my own error." Yet his mother Monica never gave up. She prayed with tears day and night, begging God to save her son. In Milan, Augustine came under the influence of St. Ambrose, the Catholic bishop. At first, he admired Ambrose's way of speaking, but slowly, the truth of the gospel began to touch his heart. Still, he struggled. He wanted to change, but lust and pride held him captive. One day, overwhelmed by his sins, Augustine went into a garden weeping. He heard a mysterious voice of a child saying, "Take and read, take and read." He picked up the Bible, opened it, and his eyes fell on Romans 13. "Put on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provision for the desires of the flesh." In that instant, something broke inside him. He felt the weight of his sins lifted. The restless sinner finally surrendered to God. Soon after, Augustine left behind his old ways, his mistress, his ambition, his pride. He was baptized by St. Ambrose at Easter in 387. His mother Monica, who had prayed for him all her life, witnessed his conversion with tears of joy before she passed away shortly after. Augustine later became a priest, a bishop, and one of the greatest defenders of the Catholic faith. His writings still guide the Church today. His famous words capture his journey. Augustine's story is proof that no matter how sinful your past, God's mercy is greater. If a man lost in lust and pride could become a saint, then there is hope for every soul that turns back to God.